Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live. It is after 5. In fact, it's 20 past 7 today. The date is Thursday, August 12th, 2021. Let's be gone and jump straight into these figures. What a day it's been, you know. Always stuff to report on. I love Bitcoin. Let's have a quick rundown of these figures quickly to see what's going on. Look at the size of look at the size of these blocks that have been coming through today. They're absolutely huge. I mean, look at this. So 50, 54, 53, 40, 13, 107, 100, 406, 116, 253, 200. I mean, they're absolutely massive blocks. Romping away with it. Let's just see how far in front of BTC. Well, look at that. So I looked at that this morning. It was 180. So it's kind of like 3 gigabytes in one afternoon. I mean, what we're witnessing here is just absolutely sensational. I love Bitcoin. So let's have a quick look at the price. I'm just interested in Coolcoin because obviously we had the Tether pump recently. And obviously Tether being pumped is just simply a one-off pump and dump. So that was a few days ago now, and now we're probably expecting a dump, which is I think what we're witnessing. I sort of see a red on the CMC earlier, so I'm just want to look at this on the candles on Bitfinex. Wait for this to come up. Oh, would you believe it? Would you believe it? A pump followed by a dump. Let's have a look at 7 days. So that was this was the Tether pump started there. So I'll move that to 3 days. Oh yes, 7 days. So this was the Tether pump. It went up, and then there was another, like I think there's 3 million or 300,000, something like that. I saw, and now it's starting to dump again. So look at that. Back where this is where the pump started, and the pump started because, as we saw on CryptoQuant, exchanges had started cashing out. Suddenly Tether started printing again, and here we have your classic pump and dump back to where we were. You know, shocking, not shocked, should I say, really, on that one. All right, let's get into some of these articles then. I have been enjoying reading these, so we'll go through these first. Check this out. Whoa. So, article by Steve Carew, BTC trading scam, suspects ordered to pay $1.75 million in CFTC, that's the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, lawsuit. All right. So 3 men who allegedly duped investors into a BTC trading scam have been ordered by federal court to pay $1.75 million in restitution and penalties. The 3 were charged for the scam by the Commodities Futures Trading Commission in September 2020 for duping at least 27 investors for close to $1 million. In a press release, the CFTC revealed that the Southern District of Texas had entered the consent order against the 3 alleged BTC scammers. Mayo Alexis Garcia is to pay a civil monetary penalty worth $400,000, while Cesar Castandena and Joel Garcia are each set to pay $180,000. Collectively, the 3 are also set to pay $989,550 in restitution. The Commodities Futures Trading Commission filed the charges against the 3 and a 4th defendant, Rodrigo Molina, in September 2020. Litigation against Molina is still ongoing. According to the charges, the 4 were the founders and operators of Global Trading Club. From August 2016 to October 2017, they lured clients to invest in their firm, claiming that it employed master traders. Oh dear. With years of traders shit on each other, so I wouldn't go near them with a barge pole. In years of experience trading digital currencies. They also claimed that the company operated cutting-edge trading robots, where have we heard that before? BitConnect all over again, to trade BTC for clients 24/7. Oh dear, money for nothing is what they're promising here. To further lure clients, they lied to them that the more money they invested, the higher their earnings would be. Those who bought in new clients would earn extra bonuses, a classic telltale sign of a Ponzi scheme. People still fall for this. Additionally, to conceal their fraud, the defendants caused misleading trading statements to be posted online, the CFTC added. In that period, 27 individuals deposited at least $989,000 with one or more representatives of the firm. Aside from the restitution and the civil monetary penalties, the consent order imposed a permanent injunction and permanently bans the 3 from registering with the CFTC and from trading commodity interests. This is the latest on a long list of digital currency related companies that have settled with the US regulators for millions of dollars. The latest is derivatives exchange BitMEX, which settled for $100 million with the CFTC and FinCEN. Poloniex Exchange also recently settled for $10 million for operating in the US illegally. The digital currency industry has become a cash cow for US regulators, aided by the lack of definitive regulations. Definitive regulations. It's obvious what is securities and what are not. And more importantly, a misguided belief by a huge portion of the industry that is beyond the scope of regulators. Oh dear. Since 2009, US regulators have levied a shocking $2.5 billion from the industry in penalties, as per data by Elliptic, the London-based blockchain intelligence firm. Wow. Shocking. Shocking, but not shocked, should we say? Let's have a look at this one. This is an interesting one. So, court rules man who exploited bug to mint $14 million in ICX tokens can legally pursue. All right, well, this sounds a little bit backwards, but let's get into this one then, shall we? In what is one of the most unique legal battles in the industry, a US federal judge has sided with one man's legal effort to keep his tokens, despite having mined them by exploiting a bug in the system. The judge ruled that the man has every right to fight for the right to own the tokens in court after he had been denied access to the tokens on Kraken and Binance. It all started in August 2020, according to court documents, when Mark Shin attempted to transfer staked ICX tokens from his wallet. He discovered he had received 25,000 newly minted tokens. ICX tokens are the native tokens that power the Icon decentralized network. Upon realizing the free tokens, he attempted the process again and minted a fresh batch of 25,000 ICX tokens. He minted 14 million new tokens before the Icon Foundation caught wind of the activity. The foundation reached out to Kraken and Binance, where a majority of Shin's tokens were stored, and eventually froze access to these tokens. Shin went to court, and now a federal judge has ruled that he has every right to fight for access to these tokens in a court. In his ruling, California Judge William Orrick stated, at this stage I find that Shin has stated a plausible claim for the reasons set forth below. Icon's motion to dismiss the second amended complaint is denied with respect to the conversion and trespass to chattel claims, and granted with respect to the punitive damages claim. ICX token is now trading at $1.16 according to CoinMarketCap data. This puts the token's value at $16.20. The token's value at $16.24 million. Yeah, market cap. Back when he minted them. The tokens were worth $7.8 million, and at the height of this year's digital currency bull run on March 31st, they were worth over $43.6 million. Whew, jeepers. That's a lot of money that he'd be pissed at missing out on that. In his filing with the California court, Shin acknowledged that the authors and developers of the software update may not have intended for the network proposal to behave as it did. However, the network had agreed to adopt the code changes that eventually made it prone to the exploit. As such, he argues that he is the rightful owner of the tokens he minted. Well, yeah, I can understand that. For Icon, the case presents a Pandora's box. The network claims to be decentralized, but in freezing the tokens that Shin minted, it's going against the tenant he claims. Kyle Roach of Roach Friedman LLP was the law firm representing Shin, told Law 360 it's a seminal case for establishing property rights on the blockchain. Essentially, if the blockchain says you have certain tokens and you didn't take those tokens from another individual, the rules of blockchain are that the property belongs to you. Wow. Fair enough. That's a really good one, that. Alright, to read this, Bitcoin's first charity token. So, I've just checked out the guy who's created this, and he has blocked me. So I'm a little bit suspect as to why that is. Let's go through this article and find out. Bitcoin's first charity token. Cub token is BSV's first charity token. While many blockchain enthusiasts are capitalists and are building building for profit solutions that solve the world's most pressing problems in efficient industries, the Cub founders took a slightly different approach and have decided to donate a majority of their profits to charity. We are quotes here, we're inspired to start the Cub after seeing all these coins on BSV that didn't really give back in any way. We wanted to be the first coin on the blockchain to donate most of our earnings to charity. 70% of all profits go to charity, said Bitcoin Assassin, the co-founder of Cub. Well, alright, where do the other 30% go? We wanted to help those in need and be 100% transparent using the BSV blockchain. One of our founders is a quadriplegic, another lost a child early in life. I'm a US Army veteran, so between the makeup of all our personalities, it only seems right to make it a charitable coin. Cub uses the BSV Enterprise blockchain as the immutable timestamp mechanism to record its donations and make them verifiable on chain. The idea of giving back also aligns with the ethics of three co-founders of Cub and the life experiences each of them have had. As of August 1st, Cub token and the team has raised 23.86 BSV and has donated 17.2 BSV total to three separate charities. 3.8 BSV to GKW Village. Give Kids the World. Alright. Oh, well, there's, okay, so 17 and 3, that's 20, that's 21. So there is, there's basically three BSV left, which is a non-profit for kids critical illness. 2.3 BSV to DAVHU, a charity for veterans. And so 11.1 BSV to Herman Segjen, an official partner of Cub that does charity work in Venezuela. To support the Cub team's mission for making verifiable on-chain donations, you can become a Cub token holder, which will send BSV to the Cub team's treasury. Cub launched on a ReallyX decentralized exchange under Rex under the ticker symbol Cub on July 4th, roughly 2 weeks after the Cub project launched. We're always looking for new charities to donate to. We would like to keep most of the charity donations in the BSV community, Bitcoin Assassin 7 said. We're trying to help people in need using BSV. We want to be 100% transparent, and we are hoping we can be the leader of blockchain charities and inspire others to do the same. Well, the charities would be better off if you just simply gave them BSV. Because BSV is the commodity that obviously is going to increase in value as more people come into the system. This really doesn't make any sense, like at all. Why would you buy and donate Cub token when you can just give them BSV? Unless you created Cub token and are converting maybe 30% of the donations to BSV and keeping them yourself. I don't like it. I think it's a scam. It's ridiculous. There's no point in you're he's encouraging people to buy Cub token and the value's going, oh my god. Oh my god, it's a scam. Oh my god, seriously? Oh, the first scam on BSV. Oh well. Right, let's get into Cointelegraph then. Let's see what's going on here. I saw some quite funny articles on here. Let's have a read through these. Oh, check this one out. Let's get up to date with Alex Saunders 11 hours ago. Come on. Let's see what's going on. Alex Saunders sued for 350k by Nuggets News follower. Quote here: when he told me he had temporary liquidity issues in May, I was glad to help with a short-term loan, but couldn't get any of my money back since then. Hopefully I can get repaid, said plaintiff. Australian crypto influencer Alex Saunders is being sued by a disgruntled follower of his YouTube channel and an advice service, Nuggets News. The plaintiff, New Zealand-based Ziv Himal Farb, filed a formal written order on Wednesday in the Victorian Supreme Court demanding that Saunders pay $479,270 Australian dollars, which is $353,027 I guess that's US, in losses and damages for unpaid loans and investments that are yet to materialise. Speaking to the Australian Financial Review on Thursday, Himel Farb said that he had followed Saunders' crypto commentary since 2017, stating he had made some great calls to me and he was the number one person to follow in the crypto space. He said it was a no-brainer for me to trust him. Oh dear, so this is what you've got to do some background checks really, when you realise that I think Alex Saunders has probably lost he's lost the 20 million that he had in BTC, and then he's gone and lost $7 million in BTC from other people that he's basically scammed. Oh dear. Hybel Farb claimed to have first invested 4 BTC on February 17 with 2017, I guess that is, with Saunders after the influencer offering him exposure to a crypto fund via Facebook Messenger. Oh dear, doing a classic scam really, reaching out on Facebook. The BTC investment was worth $198,646 at the time. Highball Farm said Saunders then had asked him to invest $50,000 worth of stablecoins into his forthcoming stable token project, which was that Decentra Bank crap. Oh dear. The plaintiff is accusing Saunders of failing to possess the licensing needed to offer investment products to the public. In May, Hilber Farb alleged that he also loaned 30 Ether to Saunders after the YouTuber reached out to him for help with liquidity issues. Dear oh dear, scam after scam after scam. When he told me he had temporary liquidity issues in May, I was glad to help with a short-term loan. He's used him as a sucker. He's gone back to him again and again and again, but effectively put him on his suckers list. This is outrageous. What an arsehole. But couldn't get any of my money back since then. Hopefully I can get repaid, Highball Farb said. As reported by Cointelegraph on June 28th, Saunders found himself in hot water last month after numerous accusations surfaced that he owed large sums of Bitcoin to his associates, along with allegations that funds invested in the Decentrabank have been diverted to crypto exchanges such as FTX, and he's lost the lot. Oh my god. Saunders did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for comment. Yeah, because he's going to try and think of a lie. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. BTC gets dirtier and dirtier along with the people in it. It's outrageous. Alright, let's have a look at this one. This one seemed really funny. Ethereum network congestion temporarily shuts down crypto gaming casino. Funfair Technologies, they spoke at the CoinGeek conference once. Owned Tiger King Casino is now on the lookout for new solutions for hosting a range of features and games for its participants. Well, they don't have to look too far, do they, really? Congestion on the Ethereum network has forced an online casino to temporarily close shop. The development came into light after King Tiger Casino's official website announced the company's temporary closure of services. According to King Tiger's statement, quotes here, we've had to temporarily close our casino due to Ethereum network congestion, making it impossible to run our games in their current format. The crypto-centric online casino is currently on the lookout for new solutions that can host, quotes here, a range of features and games. For its participants. Although the casino services have been temporarily suspended, the platform is allowing users to access their digital wallets. The parent company Funfair Technologies still allows users to create new wallet accounts, and King Tiger maintains that the non-custodial wallet owners will be able to retain control over their assets. Clarifying its stance, the casino said, quote here, you may keep any funds in there as long as you like, or move them out to another ERC20 address. The gambling site was powered by the Fun Token, an in-house initiative by Funfair Technologies running on smart contract technology. Funfair's leadership did not immediately respond to Cointelegraph's request for comment. The recent London hard fork was aimed at Ethereum's inherent problem related to network scaling and fluctuating transaction fees. In addition, the rise of non-fungible tokens and decentralized finance imposed further stress on the Ethereum network. The upgrade has already created 800 deflationary blocks that were formed when Ether burns overtook mining rewards, effectively decreasing the supply temporarily. After the successful fork, Ethereum's price rocketed up to $2,800 to eventually break the $3,000 mark. Transaction fees remain high, however. According to BitInfo charts, average transaction prices are still around $20, with the Uniswap fees as high as $33. Whoa, and it's an utter shit show. There's really no other way to describe what we've just learnt there. Let's have a look at this one about fees. Check it out. Uniswap has now generated more than $1 billion in fees for liquidity providers. What? More than $1 billion in fees is being generated for Uniswap's liquidity providers since its November 2018 launch. Leading decentralized exchange at Uniswap has become the first decentralized finance DeFi protocol to generate more than $1 billion worth of platform fees for liquidity providers. On Tuesday, Luca Altamoro, head of research at crypto data aggregator Into the Block, shared a chart on Twitter showing that the combined fee revenues of Uniswap's version 2 and version 3 Ethereum mainnet deployment have surpassed $1 billion, including the fees generated by both Uniswap version 1 and its version 3 deployment on Optimism. Altamoro noted that roughly $1.02 billion has been distributed to Uniswap liquidity providers since the protocol's creation in November 2018. By contrast, Into the Block's data shows that the Bitcoin network has generated $2.24 billion in fees since its 2009 launch. well, it just shows you the acceleration really. While the DeFi-driven surge in activity on Ethereum has raised its total fee revenue to $4.7 billion in 6 years. What's this? Uniswap just became the first protocol to surpass $1 billion in fees. So it's produced more fees than BTC. Oh dear. But honestly, it's an absolute shit show. An absolute shit show. I mean, none of these bits of data, none of them literally have any value whatsoever. So unless these people cash their value out into dollar, like they basically just got worthless bits of data. That's it. They're looking at number go up, dollar worshipping, going, oh, I've got all this money. But unless you cash out into real dollar, you ain't got nothing, because it is all going to zero. The whole lot when it floods into the genuine Bitcoin, which is BSV, because BSV is the only protocol with any fundamental value. Literally none of the others have any value. It's absolutely crackers. Absolutely crackers. But again, all these numbers here, what we're looking at here is FOMO, really. You know, but again, this is why Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Dr. Craig Wright, designed a Bitcoin with a 21 million supply limit. My guess is that the 21 million is the optimum supply for using price discovery as a mechanism to get people involved in the project, or to get people involved in Bitcoin. So as number go up, people start talking. So I think 21 million he's designed as the optimum way to the optimum amount to get the best sort of FOMO from price discovery. That's what I think. But I think personally, Bitcoin will shoot up to $1 million in no time. I mean, when you think about it, people are going on about how BTC is money for the world and Ethereum is the computer. Well, Ethereum can't scale and it's got real problems with gas fees, and it's a security anyway. And BTC is an absolute joke shop anyway. Purposely restricted. A security now, had its signatures segregated. Imagine you've got the genuine Bitcoin protocol at the top of the coin market cap, so you've got real hard money on a network that actually does everything that Ethereum can do, but 100 times more efficiently. I'm just guesstimating there, but you know what I mean. I mean, that's what's coming. So let's continue here. So, however, surging Ethereum-powered game Axie Infinity has emerged as the leading decentralized application (dApp) by fee revenue in recent weeks. According to Token Terminal, Axie has driven $308.5 million in platform fees over the last 30 days. Jeepers. It's like $10 million a day, equating to a daily average of nearly $10.3 million. According to data from June Analytics, a popular non-fungible token NFT marketplace OpenSea also appears to have overtaken Uniswap by fee revenue recently, with the platform generating $4.2 million in fees daily. According to Crypto Fees, Uniswap represents $3.9 million in daily platform fees. It's insane. With Ethereum's recent London upgrades introducing a burn mechanism into the network's fee market on August 5th, the surging popularity of Ethereum-based dApps has resulted in $100 million worth of Ether being burned and more than 1,000 deflationary blocks being mined over the past week. According to ultrasound.money, OpenSea currently ranks as the leading Ethereum dApp by burn rate after destroying 3,918 Ethers worth $12.5 million since London went live. Uniswap version 2 ranks second with 2,344 ETH, which represents $7.5 million, followed by Axie Infinity with 1,805 Ether, nearly $5.8 million, and Tether USDT with 1,555 Ether, which is $5 million. Absolutely crackers. Absolutely crackers. Huh. Let's have a look and see if there's anything on here. I don't think I saw anything. Yeah, but I did see this article here on so this is obviously a BCH news, bitch news. Let's read this one. Look at this, another one coming in. So, multi-billion-dollar wealth manager Neuberger Berman adds exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll bet this will be in the Grayscale Trust or something like that. So, the private investment management firm with $402 billion in assets under management, AMU, Neuberger Berman Group LLC, has revealed that the company now has active exposure to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. The multi-billion-dollar asset manager disclosed the information in a Form 497 in order to comply with Securities and Exchange Commission's EDGAR filing system. Neuberger Berman 497 shows Bitcoin and Ethereum exposure. So Neuberger Berman has detailed in a Form 497 filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) that it is now permitting active exposure to crypto investments. The company is a well-known wealth manager with $402 billion assets under management today, and in 2003, Neuberger Berman merged with Lehman Brothers. Oh dear! Following the collapse of Lehman Brothers on September 15th, 2008, Neuberger Berman continued to operate and spinned itself away from the parent company. The filing with the SEC shows that the firm permits exposure to cryptocurrencies now and mentions the leading crypto asset, Corecoin, BTC, and Ethereum in the filing. Come on, let's find out who it's with. Neuberger Berman Commodity Strategies Fund investment strategy will permit actively managed exposure to cryptocurrency investments and digital assets, though 1 cryptocurrency derivatives such as Bitcoin futures and Ether futures, and 3 investments in Bitcoin trust and exchange trust funds to gain indirect exposure to Bitcoin. Come on, how? Is it through Grayscale Trust? CIK filing discloses crypto volatility funds. NB blog post highlights the benefits of Bitcoin. The statement also follows Neuberger Berman's central index key filing on the SEC's network system that discloses information on the Neuberger Berman hedge cryptocurrency volatility fund. The CIK filing was published on June 29th, and there has been no official mention of the crypto fund from Neuberger Berman's market team. The company has been experiencing strong growth since 2010, seeing 14% per year when it tapped $250 billion assets under management in 2014. In mid-March, the crypto community caught a whiff of Neuberger Berman's interest in Bitcoin when it published a blog post called The Bitcoin Experiment. The editorial, written by a number of Neuberger Berman's asset managers, highlights the ascent of Bitcoin. It's capturing the imagination of investors globally. That told us nothing, really. I was hoping it was going to say, I don't know, at least going to tell us how, but bit of a waste of time, that, never mind. All right, well, let's I just want to have a look at some of these messages that have cracked me up. So check this one out. This looks hilarious. So Mr. Whale has said here, he said one of the biggest scammers in this space. So this is Murph Ski. So let's have a look at this, shall we? So Murph Ski. There we go. Who is this guy? So how many followers has he got? 44,000 followers. So yeah, looks like he's doing what Nuggets News did and just sort of portraying himself as a trader. This should be funny then. All right, so this is what Crypto Whale is exposed. So we'll start here. So this is the chart of BTC. Here we go. So let's start with this first one. So it says here, I'm short. So we were short on BTC there. And then the price has absolutely rocketed up after he said he's short. And he said, sending everything. If you ain't long, you're wrong. Alright, so that's literally at the top. And then he said here, my next target is $600,000. Bears have been calling for a drop for months now and nothing. Do not listen to them. Oh, and then the next one, it says, I'm long, right at the top. Right at the top, look at that. I'm short. And then at the bottom, and then he's long at the top, and then it's dropped, and he said, I'm short, like down here. Continued with, I'd rather staple my nuts to a cheese board than long this. And then he said, nice interaction at the daily open since yesterday. Waiting for the today's open to be lost. Then expect to see ranges below minimum 31,500. Currently short from 32,450. And it's shot up again. See, this is why you shouldn't trade. It's gambling. There is no value in what he's doing whatsoever. In fact, he's lost loads. You know, if you were just simply investing, numbers gone up and now you're about here. You know, look at that. But instead, being short there, he's lost a shitload of money as it's gone up, and then he's lost a shitload of money as it's gone down, and again he's lost a shitload of money as it's gone up. That's how you lose money. Whereas if he was just investing, I mean, look at the line sort of from there to where it is now. Yeah, safe. Well, I say safe, but I mean there is no value in any of these bits of data. They don't have a market. They don't produce a dividend. They don't give you shares in a company. It's just literally bits of data that are manipulated by large holders for no other reason other than to rob people like this of their money. To channel it from their pockets into their own by moving the markets in ways that people don't predict. But you're going to get those. I mean, this is why the market moves irrationally, because it's purposely moved against you by the largest holders in the space. They do it on purpose, and yet you're going to get some other guy, coming in, or person, a trader wanting to be a trader extraordinaire, making a stupid decision and then getting it right, and then they're like, oh great, I'll just do it again, and then eventually, it goes against you and you lose everything, like Alex Saunders has had happen to him. So there we go. Right, quite enjoyed that today. That's been quite good fun. Shout out to people in the chat box. Matty Ray, Keith Fellows, Sav Toshi, Snoozefest, Elvis Coolcat. Great stuff. Right, handles and paymails in the chat box, people. Let's do this. Time for one of my favourite times of the afternoon. Rock and roll. Here we go. Opening this one. So starting from the top, Matty Ray, you have to put yours in there. Unless I've got Matty Ray. No, that's not registering on Handcash. You have to tell me what yours is in. So Keith Fellows, starting with BIG, big bollocks. Here we go, swiping to send on the way. Hey, got it, nice one. Suave Toshi, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. There we go, got it. Suave Toshi on the way. Snoozefest, and that's Madame. Here we go, on the way to you. Yep, got it. Snoozing well. There we go. On the way to you like lightning though. And Elvis Coolcat, rock and roll. Here we go. Elvis Coolcat, that's in there. I love just having to type in these 3 letters and they all come up. Great stuff. There we go. Matty Ray, you'll have to put yours in there. I think that's every Matty Ray 1, 2, 3. If you're still listening, I'll give you 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. All right, hope you enjoyed the show, and just keep an eye on the figures. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy giving. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.